Hello, Nistas and Nistas. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista. And over here, we do mainly things fragrances, whether it's body or home. And today, we are here to talk fragrances. And I want to share with you my fragrance combinations that I wore the week of September 8th. So if you're interested in hearing about it. On that Sunday, I started things off very simple, but so good. This is Santal Bloom from Saltair, and I have 4 products from this particular line and fragrance. It smells so good, you guys. So I started off with the Serum body wash, and while my skin was still damp, I went in heavy with the oil. This is the body oil. And then I applied the Serum deodorant. I like this formulation better than the solid. It tends to hold better. And I drenched my body and my clothes with the fine fragrance mist. And this is a pump atomizer mist. The can is just metal. So that was my fragrance for Sunday. And if this is layered, especially freshly out of the shower with open pores, this will last you 4 to 6 hours. It's really nice. You can smell this fragrance and it smells so good. I put no perfume on with it on this particular day. So on Monday, you guys, I started off with the vanilla. Which one is this one? This is the Vanilla Dreams Shimmering Body Butter by Fenty. This is so good, you guys. I definitely plan on getting this in full-size bottle at the VIB sale if it's still on the market. So I went in with this body butter. And then I went in with this oil. This is a shimmering oil. This is the whipped pistachio and amber. This is called Vacation Vibes by Bath and Body Works. This smells so good. I think it's supposed to smell like one of the bonbon, but it is so good. So I went in with these 2 products and I paired it with this fragrance, Cabana Sunset by Navitus. So this fragrance, also, I gave a full dedicated review on this. If you're interested in hearing about it, you can click the card above. But this fragrance is definitely one that it's taken some time to develop and even grow upon me. Because like I said, it's this undertone of like chemical that I get, but I get a lot of compliments when I wear this fragrance. And as the fragrance dry down, that kind of dissipates that note that I don't like, but it wore really well with that pistachio and amber and that vanilla. It was really nice together. So that was my fragrance combination for Monday. Okay. Tuesday, I just used my Cocoa Shea oil. I started off with Poets of Berlin. This is on my fragrance tray for this month. And I think I've only worn this maybe once or twice prior to wearing it this time. But this fragrance is one of Velhem Perfumery's popular ones from the line. It is very unique because it has that blueberry and this lemon note in the beginning, but this is definitely a green fragrance. It is not at all gourmand, in my opinion. It is green. It's more green. And in the opening, you do get that blueberry note, but what I did was I ended up pairing it with Sunshine by Amouage. Now, I know this looks very summery, sunshine, but this is, to me, is more of a fall fragrance. In my opinion, you can get away with it in the spring and summer month, but I just think that this is more fall for me because of that white tobacco note in here that smells so good, you guys. So if you're a woman, one of those feminine girls, and you don't like that heavy tobacco note that a lot of fragrances have that are good, try this because this one, I guess white tobacco is lighter than just tobacco, but these 2 paired really, really good. I enjoyed smelling myself all day on Tuesday. So that was my fragrance combination for Tuesday. Now, moving on into Wednesday, you guys, I went in relatively hard this day. So I started off with the Ice Lemon Pound Cake Body Care from Bath and Body Works. This has fragrance notes of glazed icing, pure lemon zest, and fluffy pound cake, a true citrus gourmand. Then I went in with Devotion. This is a citrus gourmand as well. It has the citrus, the vanilla note. I went in with this. And then this is a part of my fragrance tray. This is a fruity gourmand type of fragrance that has this super niche quality to it that is so different, in my opinion. Really like this. I went in with this, and this is Dolce Amalfi by Georgioff's from the Cosmopolitan line. And I topped it off with a little bit of Hard to Get. This is also a citrus gourmand. So this day it was filled with lemons and vanillas, and I totally enjoyed it. So that was my fragrance combination for Wednesday. Now moving on into Thursday, I was really in a cozy mode, and the day before I had been playing around with some old samples and just going through my decants and stuff, and I made a discovery of something that when I initially got it, I didn't like it. So I started off with the Vanilla Bean Noel from Bath and Body Works. You can't go wrong with this. If you need a good gourmand creamy vanilla base, this is it. Really nice. So I started off with the body lotion and the fine fragrance mist. And the fragrance that I'm speaking of that is now a new love for me that I did not like is Ani by Nishane. Yes, Ani is very popular, but when I initially smelled this, I did not like it. This is a vanilla fragrance that is definitely a unisex fragrance. A gentleman can wear this with no problem. It is absolutely good and absolutely gone. It's just a little bit left, but this is so good. It is sexy. It's spicy. It's a spicy vanilla. It is definitely a fall and winter vanilla. And I had like 3 people to ask me what my fragrance was on this particular day. It smelled so good. So yeah, I need this in full size bottle. Absolutely beautiful fragrance. So that just goes to show things that you may not like initially, maybe because I think I've had this like 2 years, maybe a year, sometimes 2 or 3 years down the line, you have. So later, you may start liking something that you did not like initially. So it's always good to revisit things. So that was my fragrance for Thursday. Now, Friday, you guys, I got in trouble on Friday. I started off with my Santal Bloom products. I did the body wash, the oil, the deodorant, and the spray. I should have just left it at that or not applied as much of this next fragrance. But it really made me do some research because I don't dislike the scent of this fragrance, but this fragrance really aggravated my sinuses and I had this major flare up. I'm stuffy now. But the fragrance that I am speaking of is Nashi by Nishane. This fragrance right here, it gives you luxury hotel vibes, luxury spa. It gives that luxe vibe. And it smells like a clean guy, just a clean, well kept guy. To me, it is balanced unisex, but a gentleman can wear this easily without even thinking about it. But I think I put too much of it on because I suffered the entire day. I could not wait to leave work to come home and shower. This was so aggravating to me. And I want to say, as I did my research, it must be the carrot seed in this because I started cross referencing things and I have 2 other fragrances that has that carrot seed note in it. And one of them bothered me, but the other one doesn't. The other one is the other 2. The one that does not bother me is the Soleil Neige by Tom Ford. And it could be because of the bergamot note that is very present and heavy in that fragrance. But the other one is Salt and Pepper by Pure Liquids, I think it's called. I'll leave a picture. But it's a fragrance that I had bought a decant of because I wanted to sample it. But that fragrance aggravated me just the way this one did. And I've worn this before and it didn't do that. So I don't know if I did too much with putting on that very fragranted body care or if I applied too much of this. But I just did not have a good day on Friday. So I won't do that combination ever again. And even when I wear this nashi, I'm going to be very, very calculated how I apply or even when I wear this. So smelled really good, but my sinuses did not like it. So that was my fragrance mishap for Friday. So because of that, Saturday was a very bland day, which I still smell good, really enjoyed it. But I did the Coco Shea product. So, of course, when you want to use body cares as your actual fragrance, it's always best to layer them. So, I started off with the moisturizing body wash, and this is the Coco Shea honey fragrance. Then I went in with the Coco Shea body lotion very heavily. And then I went in with the oil and I mist my entire body as well as my clothes. And just like the Santal Bloom, I've said before, you can get you a good 4 hours out of that fragrance if it is layered, and it tends to last longer, especially when the pores are open and you are immediately after out of the shower. So that was my fragrance for Saturday, and I really enjoyed it, you guys. So that's what I have for you this week, or I had for you last week, and I'll see you again next week to share the fragrances that I'm wearing this week. I want to thank you guys for coming back. I greatly appreciate you, and do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye bye.